What's up, party people? I'm MoserRS, and today we're looking at Dekaron's Temple of Sis update. Now, I haven't made a video in a while, and that's because I haven't been super impressed with the content that Dekaron has been releasing. However, this update looks pretty cool, and I did actually check out this dungeon. So, basically, they added a new kind of infinite battle type dungeon, and you'll see a little bit of content of that later, or a little bit of gameplay of that later when I throw it into the video. But basically, you're just fighting waves of monsters. So this is a new dungeon that is located in Matira, and you need to be level 185 to complete it. And as you go deeper into the dungeon, the difficulty increases. And I can definitely attest to this, because when I tried it for the first time on my own, I didn't use any runes or anything. I just kind of used my base character. But I got to level 3, and level 3 is actually where I died. So I'm hoping to go back and try it again with runes. You can actually do it with 1 to 3 people. I did it on my own. However, I do feel like this dungeon would probably be worth doing with a full party, just because it just makes it easier. Also, I will attest that the XP in this is pretty dang good. I did try it out without any buffs or anything like that. At level 197, I thought the XP was okay. It wasn't like fantastic or anything, but you know, comparatively to a lot of the other infinite battle type dungeons, it is very good. So yeah, it's pretty difficult. I got to level 3 and then I died. So I'm hoping to do this again with some more people. Maybe I'll get a complete run of it later with a party, and I can show that to you guys on the channel. Reward-wise, you get some fairly useful stuff. The transcendent light fragments are kind of nice if you're trying to like upgrade like your accessories or anything. Disassembly hammers are always useful when it comes to crafting weapons. The Young World Tree Leaf is a buff that's pretty good. You can see the stats for the buffs right down here. So that's it's a pretty good buff. I don't know if they're gonna delete it or not. I mean, who knows? You never know what they're doing with buffs, so I don't spend too much time on it. The other thing you can get is you can get these mysterious jewels, which can be exchanged for a seed Soden. Sorry guys, I don't know how to pronounce this. Soden, maybe Soden's treasure box, which you can see here. You can get some cool stuff in it. Actually, you can get a permanent independent necklace, which is kind of fun. It's not a bad necklace at all. And then you can also get one of the 2 new necklaces, which is the chaotic necklace and frozen necklace. And we'll look at the stats for that in just a minute here. It looks like you can also get those as a drop in the dungeon itself. I don't know what the rates are like, but Dekaron notoriously has terrible, drop rates on everything, so I wouldn't expect to be getting it, anytime soon. The only complaint I have here is, like, I'm tired of all the random boxes in Dekaron, you know what I mean? It's always like, I mean, you're already waiting for a random drop. It's like, why do you have to add another random element to it? I just don't think it's very fun, and that's the one reason I haven't been playing this game so much recently, is because I just don't like all the random boxes. They're just, it's not fun. It's like I'm working for a random chance to get something. It's like, it's just not exciting, at least to me. So that would be one complaint I have about this. But as you can see, these new necklaces, the chaotic frozen necklace, these screenshots they took are actually really bad, which is unfortunate. It would have been nice if they spent a little more time, but you can, for the most part, see the stats. For PvE, I'm going to say that's a pretty decent necklace. You can use it along with, like, your wedding ring is pretty good too, but this one has monster damage tolerance, which at this point, I don't feel like a lot of people need monster damage tolerance, but either way, it seems pretty good. 250 vid is very strong. Movement speed, damage res, all that type of stuff is going to be, very useful. Especially with these harder dungeons now, you not only need to max your monster damage tolerance, but you should be trying to max your DDR as well, because that'll give you more survivability in the dungeon. It looks like they're stackable, so I guess potentially you could use 4 of them. I don't know, but I don't see anything that says they're not stackable. So, kind of cool. Yeah. So they did also, in addition to this dungeon, they added an attendance event. Once again, it's these like stage boxes, which I know in past posts they've been like, everyone loves these. I'm like, personally, I hate these. I think they're terrible, because you're just like, it's just random. It's just more random junk, and it's like, I really don't enjoy that aspect of the game. I would rather like have like a reward list, and you collect a ticket every day, and then you exchange that ticket for one of the rewards or something like that. I would much rather have it be that way. I know there's been issues with that there's been issues with abusing that in the past, but honestly, that's way more fun than this, because most of the time you end up getting junk from it anyway. So, not a fan. Crystal Game, of course, they're going to be adding more D-Shop stuff, and it's just more random junk that I pretty much have zero interest in. But yeah, so now I'll put a clip up of, me dying in the Temple of Sis. The dungeon itself actually looks pretty cool. I don't know if it's based off of any other area. It looks fairly unique to me. Some of you older players, you'll have to let me know if this is based off another dungeon or another map. But at least to me, it's kind of like a fresh new look, which is kind of cool. The monsters that you battle aren't going to be anything new or different. But I will say that some of the mechanics can be kind of tough. Like, I know the first boss has an ability to stun you and disable your abilities and your healing. I almost died from that because I wasn't paying attention, so keep an eye out for that. And then the second boss seemed pretty easy, and I didn't even get to the third boss, so I don't know. Like I said, when I actually run this dungeon full through, I'll make a video about it so you guys know how to complete it. Anyway, I'd give this update, like a pretty good rating. Like, if I was to rate it, I'd say, I would recommend this to a friend to go, to go check it out. Maybe give it like a, like an 8 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10 or something like that. As always, my only complaint with a lot of the content they add is that most of the time the drops in it are fairly, like very unobtainable, and then this stuff just ends up showing up in-game anyway because people are taking advantage of it, getting it from like a black market and stuff like that, which is, one of the issues that Dekaron has. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You can look forward to a full run of this dungeon so you can see what it looks like. But if you have any questions or suggestions, as always, guys, you can leave them in the comments. And until next time, take care.